Greetings, traveler, and welcome to episode 16, Death Attack. Tonight's title, Maiden of the Meadows. We last left off, our adventurers valiantly charged a dormant mound at the base of a volcano, stopped a ritual, cultists summoning something potentially deadly, or controlling entire population town of Ravenscraig. After, with much haste and difficulty, the party was able to apprehend Jezebel's mother, Lady Savant, currently being held captive within Ravenscraig. Yet we are still on the same night, and there are still more questions to be answered. But before we get into that, I would like to apologize for the tardiness of the streams of the last few weeks. We're going through some technical difficulties. We have new equipment that we're getting used to, so bear with us while we're getting used to that. As well as we're going to be doing some renovations, some reconstruction of the studio that we're currently at. So in the next few weeks, things may look a little different.
Things may look shitty.
Things may look slightly shitty, is what we're saying. We're going to try our best to make sure things look as up to par as possible. You may end up seeing very much what's behind me, just behind everybody. A very simple, plain sheet while we take care of the rest of the aesthetics. So without further ado, roll to save, traveler. This is a death attack.
Early.
Are you okay there,
No.
Justin?
No, that was premature. But
You gonna be able to make it through that?
yeah,
Do you need to go change?
Justin was 3 hours premature.
So, at this point, Lady Savant has just been taken away by Darvin, who is also currently going to be checking in on the civilians of the town. Was anyone accompanying him during this?
I was. That's right.
Bowler was. Very well. What would the rest of the party like to do? You're currently in the basement of your old home, Jezebel.
Who's down here still? Just everyone?
It's us and
Everybody's
So, what are your plans? Are you going to stay here or are you going to go back to the ship?
if there is a warm bed, I will gladly take it.
Well, I think this place has like 20 rooms or something stupid, so we can find you something.
I'll stay here.
Alright. Well, my plan is to go through and try to find some sort of evidence as to what's going on, what the fuck is happening in this town. I'm going to go check my mother's quarters. So if anyone wants to join me on that, feel free. If not,
I believe there were stables. I am going to take horse meat, set him up for the night, and then if you need me to kill anything, you can yell at me.
alright, if I need you to smash things, I'll give you a call.
Other than that, I will find a bed, and I will begin my slumber.
Wonderful. What about you, Lavender?
Is the goop still on the floor? Did that evaporate?
No, it's still very much there.
So-
And it would kind of looks has the same appearance as bubbling tar, without the bubbles, of course.
Yeah.
Just black sludge was smeared out onto the paved
So
basement floor.
I have a oil flask. Can I dump that out and try to scoop some of it into it?
Yeah.
I'm going
You
to-
bend over, acquire a large sample of the black ooze that's on the ground.
I don't know what this is, but I want to take it with me. Like what it really is,
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
We'll find out, won't we?
Hopefully just you'll find out. I don't want anything to do with that.
Okay.
So I'm going to head to my mother's quarters.
Okay. And you're just gonna go take care of the stables and then put horse meat, and then you're just gonna find a bed to crash in at
Yes.
the in the manor. All right, very well.
And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to find the bed. I don't know. I didn't really explore the house very much before, so it'll be just me kind of wandering.
All right. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to transfer over to Fulner. You notice that Kaz has went ahead and followed along with you. He seems to be whispering some things to Daramir. You can give me a perception check if you'd like, if you want to try to hear.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Well, your little tiny halfling ears are actually quite keen, even under the light whispers of Kaz's soft voice. You hear him mention something about a mysterious stranger met in the caverns. Kaz is worried that something dark is on its way. You hear something about a note and a code. Then Kaz looks towards you. Oh, well, I'm going to return to the ship. I'm quite tired. If you all really need me, you know where to find me.
Alright. I suppose, you older folk need your rest, so makes sense.
Cute. And Kaz turns and heads down the hill towards the ship.
You want to have another romp in the sheets with him?
No. I'm fine.
Daramir looks towards you. Well, I guess it's just you and me then.
Right. So what you need me for? What can I help with?
We're split up. I was going to take the North District portion of the city. You can take the south towards the docks. And go ahead and start knocking on doors. See if people are awake. And earlier when I encountered them, everyone seemed to be sort of in a trance-like state.
Right. What should I do if they're still in a trance-like state?
Nothing. Record it and return to me.
You got it. I could do that.
Consider yourself partially deputized.
Oh no.
You told me I have authority here.
I'm telling you that you're assisting me on this incident. Yes.
Right. Is there any is there a badge? Can I flash a badge or
No.
can I? Is there any payment with this? No, I don't need payment. I'm doing this out of the kindness of me heart.
What's your alignment, by the way?
That's why I'm like, oh, he just remembers alignment.
Good.
Chaotic good.
It's like our Wi-Fi just
Yeah.
daggers.
It's like our bit rate.
Wow.
Daramir raises an eyebrow towards you. Right. Well, get on with it.
Right. I will. Alright. See ya.
Daramir turns. He heads towards the northern district of the town.
I'm walking with my chest puffed out a little bit with authority.
Show us what that looks like. There you go.
Walking like Rob Liefeld's Captain America painting.
So, the southern district, Raven's Grin. The city has a little bit of a peninsula towards it. The docks reside on the southern portion of the peninsula. It's called Raven's Grin because if you look at it from a map, it looks like the head of a graven peeking out into the water with a almost comical grin. What would you like to do on the way there?
I'm checking houses, knocking on the doors.
On the way there, you're just gonna
Oh
start,
no, I'm
you're gonna
sorry.
start there.
On
right
the
now?
way there, I'll just keep an eye out for anything.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception or investigation, depending on whether you're going to be snooping around or if you're just going to use your senses.
Use senses.
So give me a perception check.
Oh, that is 13.
13.
Right.
Okay. You notice that it is very quiet on your way down to the docks. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary besides for the calming emptiness. You don't hear dogs, cats, even the animals seem to be too quiet. Eventually, you make your way to the docks. You find the homes that are down here are few and far in between. Most of the buildings down here are used for businesses. A lot of storefronts, shops, things like that. However, there are some residential homes. Those what you would like to start with?
Yeah.
All right. You just want to head up to the first one you see, or you look for anything in particular?
This is the first one I'll see.
All right.
Go down the line.
You make your way up and you knock on the door. You don't hear anything. No response. No one comes to the door.
I'll wait for a proper amount of time, then move on.
Okay. How long would you do this before?
Well, I'll probably knock a couple times just in case I'm actually waking them up.
Okay.
But, if no one comes after like a couple minutes, I'll just.
How many houses would you go to before you start to, without a response, before you change your course of action?
Well, let's say how many houses would there be in this area?
Probably about 10.
I'll do all 10.
You do all 10.
Right.
Okay, you knock on all 10 houses, wait several minutes by each one of them, and you don't get a response from any of them. No one opens the door. You don't see any movement inside. You don't hear any movement.
Right. Okay. I'd like to check the docks. I'm by the docks, right?
Yeah, you are?
Yeah. I'll check the docks, see if there's any activity down there.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Oh, that is an unnatural 20 again.
Alright, you do see the Jezebel's vessel. You also see the another vessel has lights on. There are what look like a few people down by the docks. But they don't seem to be moving.
They're just standing on the docks.
Not standing. It looks as though people are either sitting or lying on the ground.
I'll just patrol by them, see if they look like they're in, like, just in a daze, sort of.
Okay. As you make your way down and walk by these individuals, they appear to be sleeping.
I'll nudge one, the closest one to me.
You nudge him?
Yeah.
It's an individual laying on the ground. Looks to be under the common class. You nudge him once or twice. You see that he is in a deep sleep. Slightly snoring. Seems to be breathing okay. Everything appears to be fine, but the individual doesn't seem to want to wake up.
Alright. I'll try the next person then.
Alright, you do this for, well, how long would you like to do this?
Well, if the next person is the exact same, I'm gonna shake them. I'm trying to really try.
Okay. You grab this next individual. Looks to be a constable. You can tell that he's wearing just a typical common leather lamel shirt. Seems to have a pike lying on the ground next to him. Fairly under-armored. Most towns this size don't have very well-equipped guards. Daramir is an exception. However, when you start shaking this guard full force, you can see that his head sort of snaps back and forth, just completely limp. Doesn't seem to respond to any of your attempts to wake him.
Could I get like a bucket of water and just douse him with it?
Okay, give me an investigation if you're going to look for a bucket.
19.
19. Well, thankfully you're on a dock. It's pretty easy to find buckets. You do happen to find one. However, you have to get down to the water.
I'll use a mage hand.
You use mage hand of the bucket. Goes down, scoops up a nice pail full of salty water.
No, bring it out back up to me, and then we'll just dump it all over him.
You splash the individual. They are completely soaked with water. and nothing.
Alright, well, taking a note of all these people who apparently are all fucking dead asleep.
They're not dead.
Change his alignment.
They're alive.
Change it now.
No!
They're very alive.
And
Alright.
then he stabs him in the throat. Not no more.
Alright, is there any individuals not sleeping down here?
Not that you saw.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll move on off the docks. Is there any other places of interest down here?
Besides for your ship or Jezebel's ship,
Yes.
Right.
are you looking for something particular down here?
Just anything that... Look, I'm looking for life.
Okay, you're looking for life. Well, you have calmed at least the residential area fairly well, and the life that you are seeing appears to be sleep.
Dead asleep. Alright. Then,
That's all he writes in his report. Just
did, I can't remember, did that, Daramir say anything about, where to meet up?
No.
Alright. Well, I put it all in me report, and, I'll... Where did he say he was going to be? He said he went to the north side?
Yeah.
I'll head that way.
Okay. So, as you move towards the northern portion of the, it's fine, guys. Good. As you move towards the northern portion of the town, you hear the sound of Daramir's horse. The sound of the hooves on the stone is kind of jarring. It clacks and echoes throughout the streets. Doesn't take you long to track him down from the noise, for he spots you coming around the corner. He sees you and calls out, "Hey, have you found anyone that's awake?
No, they're all fucking dead asleep.
I found 2 people who are still awake. I told them to stay in their homes, but other than that, everyone I've come across seems to be asleep. I can't wake them. I am afraid of whatever it was down there in the basement may have had an effect on them. This looks bad."
Well, and there's a chance that, well, I mean, I knocked on a lot of houses. No one came, so there's a chance they're all, like, sleeping in there, too. So there's quite a bit of people that's not very alert right now.
Yes. Did you find anyone awake?
None.
Alright, maybe you should return to the manor with inform Jezebel and the others of what's going on down here. I'm going to keep an eye on Lady Savant, make sure that she stays put for tonight, and, well, hopefully when morning comes we can...
Do you need help interrogating, huh?
No.
Okay, just so you know, I'm very persuasive.
Sure you are. But right now I do not need that.
Alright, well, I'll see you in the morning, Deathmere. You have your...
It's Daramir.
Daramir.
Mispronounce my name one more time.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get it, Daramir. You have a good night, sir. Sir Daramir.
You almost misspoke my name again.
No, I didn't. It was,
You notice he gets off the horse.
I'm very tired, mate.
He walks over towards you.
Oh, can I...
He kneels down.
Can you give me a ride home, back to the place?
Sure. I can.
Wait, no, that's alright. I don't need a ride, I can walk.
One moment, Fulner. What is your name?
Oh, Fulner Wildheart, mate.
Fulner Wildheart. He unsheathes his sword, sticks it into the ground, kneeling on one knee. When I was younger, I took an oath. I have sworn myself to Lathander, the Morning Lord. By his light's grace, all for his power, I swear, if you mispronounce my name one more time, I will smite you.
Alright, Sir Paladin, you have a good night.
Pulls his sword out, puts it into his sheath. And as he gets up on the horse, starts riding.
I start walking back to Jezebel's manor. Giselle's manor. Because I can say that right now.
Meanwhile, back at the home, both Smallvross and Lavende find themselves in the stables. You getting horse meat secure and ready for the night's rest. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I will take horse meat and take him to the stable. Make sure there's nothing stuck in his mane or any twigs or anything. Make sure everything's clear.
Horse meat's a little muddy from the ride throughout the woods.
That's good.
However, the mane seems to be okay. There doesn't seem to be any thorns or briars within the horse.
Well, I look him over. You are a good horse and a valiant steed. I am proud of everything you do. And I'll take my forehead and touch it to his. May we carry on in our battle of life.
Good, I'm there
Sleep.
with him.
Yeah.
Were you there?
Yeah, apparently I'm there. So, and I hear.
What the hell are you doing here? I'll turn around and face you.
Aren't you going to eat him?
I originally got him as an option for a meal in the most dire circumstances.
Well, you like him, don't you?
Like all of you, I've grown to appreciate his existence and found favor in his camaraderie.
Well, I'm glad I left him there for you then, at the bottom of the mountain. Jezebel wanted me to take him. I said no because I figured that'd make you upset.
Jezebel wanted to what?
Wanted me to take him.
Take him where?
Here. Like, I figured you wanted...
Before I was here. Why would you take horse meat anywhere?
That's why I didn't.
He's my horse.
That is what I told Jezebel.
Why?
Do you have ears, right?
Why would Jezebel want to take my horse?
Well, she didn't want me to ride on the same horse as her, but I was like, no, Jezebel, this is a really bad idea.
Don't ever take horse meat without me. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand, but I think that you don't understand.
It is getting late.
Do you know how to...
The moon is full.
I'm going to go up to Horsemeat. I'm just going to, like, pet him and say, like, you're really good using animal handling.
You're going to use animal handling?
Mm-hmm.
And then roll for it.
That is an 11. Like, you're really good, Horsemeat.
Doesn't seem to mind you touching him. But doesn't seem to make a fuss either way.
Horsemeat, he's not going to eat you anymore. I promise.
Well, we should probably get to bed. We should find a room and board. What is it exactly Jess is looking for?
What do you
Or
mean?
hoping to find?
In what particular thing?
Yes. Right now.
Sleep, probably, just like everybody else.
Oh, I thought she was looking for something. She started prattling about something, but I lost interest.
More worried about Horsemeat?
No, I was thinking about losing...
Horsemeat?
No, my axe.
You lost your axe? Is that why you weren't using an axe? What did you do to it?
Were you not there?
No.
There was a large rock, and I wanted to test its
Well,
hardness.
I saw that. Wait, what rock? There's a lot of rocks up there. Why were you just...
It was a very strong rock, and I swung my axe upon it, and it shattered. And it's in pieces. Kaz said there was a man who may be able to fix it.
There's a lot of people who could fix it.
Can you?
I am not one of the a lot that I mentioned. Do I look like I fix?
No. Do you know where I could find
In town, I would imagine. I don't know.
In this town?
Probably.
I said in another town.
I don't know. I don't really know anybody here.
Then how do you know there's a man who can fix my axe?
Because they exist. Do you...
Where?
All
Take me to him now, then.
I'm going to walk off.
Where are you going?
Have a good night. Small Frost. You're not listening.
Meanwhile, in the manor, Jezebel. You've made your way to your mother's room. Door halfway already open. You push your way in. As you do, you see the balcony that overlooks the town. Windows open, drapes being steadily blown by the coastal breeze making its way into the dark, moonlit room. There's a cold sense, a chill sort of comes along with it. Maybe perhaps it is just the winter slowly approaching. Perhaps it is something else. Nonetheless, would you like to investigate the room?
Right, I wanna... Are there any torches around or something, like any lights to turn on?
It's candles.
Candles?
Use candles.
I'll go and light the candles in the room.
Alright. So you begin illuminating the candles, offering light. You could light the main fireplace in there as well.
That too.
Using the candles you've already lit, you're able to successfully light the fireplace. The flames begin to roar, crackle, pop. The semi-charred wood begins to be consumed in embers and flame.
So, I want to start looking through, is there like a wardrobe, dressers, anything like that?
There's quite a large wardrobe and a vanity as well. There's 2 dressers.
I'm gonna look through all of it.
Just gonna start going through her room. Give me investigation, please.
$13.
13. As you start going through your mother's personal belongings, wardrobe is rather mundane. You never really cared for your mother's taste in clothing. Always was a little too gaudy for you. However, you do end up finding what looks like another set of priests or cultist robes inside of her wardrobe.
Is there anything in them?
Do you want to check the robes?
I want to check the robes.
As you slip your hands within the robes, you feel something hard. As you match your hand, or the outline of it feels like a square. Quickly realize that there's a tome must be inside the robe.
Oh, you bitch. I'll pull it out.
Pull it out. It appears to be a black, leather-bound book. On the front of it appears to be some sort of strange carving of what looks like a spiral. You can go ahead and give me a religion check, please.
I don't know much about the religion. That's definitely reflected in my die roll.
Yeah. She's
That's a
she worships the
4.
Black Spiral Dancers.
That's a 4.
Wrong game.
You have the inkling that this may be a religious symbol. As you open the book, start flipping through the pages, you recognize some of the names. Tharizdun, Mad God. The book is titled The Verses of Madness. It appears to be written by a mortal. It's more or less the person individual concepts, beliefs, and philosophies on the Mad God, and why the Mad God has been banished after mostly a bunch of esoteric, theological debates on the creation of the universe.
This doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna start flipping through it. Is there anything mention of the dreamer at all in here?
Okay. If you'd like to sit down and spend some time, I'll let you roll another investigation or an intelligence with advantage, whichever one you'd like.
Ooh, I'm gonna take the advantage. Natural 20 on that one, so I think I'll just stop there. So
Okay.
23.
23. Very well. Yeah. You end up finding something known as the Dreamer. You find out that it's not an entity, but well, the author of this novel calls them a race. It explains that the Dreamer is a fragment of Tharizdun's own dreams. And that he is deep in a long and dark slumber. Although Tharizdun is so powerful that even in his sleep, his evil manages to bleed out of the universe, sometimes forms these manifestations of darkness. They're called the Dreamers. However, this is all the speculation of the author. Goes on to talk about a star that he believes is directly related to the Mad God. He goes on and has a semi-accurate solar chart, specifically routing the path of this comet that seems to fly in orbit. It's supposed to arrive every 500 years. Just so happens to be that in 2 years, that comet will make its way to Feramine's space once again.
I think Levistus might find this interesting. I'm gonna snap it shut.
Okay?
And I'm going to set it down on one of the dressers, and then I want to go ahead and go through her jewelry.
Okay. Well, your mother has quite a lot of jewelry.
Yeah. I'm gonna
It's,
go for the nice ones, the real big shiny ones.
they're all quite nice, and you have a plethora to pick from when it comes to shiny gems and jewelries. You spend the rest of your night doing this? Smallvross and Lavende. Both of you, as you enter into the manor, or as you enter into the manor, Lavende, where would you like to go to sleep?
I don't really want the bed. I kind of want to go back down into the basement to just sit down there.
Okay. You make your way to the basement.
I'm just gonna sit up against the wall and kind of just.
You're going to sleep down there?
Yes.
Alright. Smallbross, after you've had your heart-to-heart with Horsemeat,
Right.
you head into the manor.
Yes, I will make my way into the manor, and then go upstairs, and go door to door, try to find a bed.
Doesn't take you very long. It's a large manor. There's a lot of guest rooms here.
Right.
You find one. Looks to be unoccupied. Also looks like it hasn't been used in many years as well. You make your way over to the soft, linen-filled mattress, which is a luxury.
Right.
You're used to sleeping on hay or
Well,
bags of very beaten cotton.
Right.
You lay your body down, sore and beaten. You've taken some bruises the last few days. Close your eyes. You begin to drift off. Falner,
Yes.
You've made your way back up to the manor after searching through the town. It's quite late now. Your eyes are starting to get heavy and itchy. Keeping them open is a struggle. You feel tapped out and exhausted. You don't see any signs of light. However, you do notice that there is a open window on the 3rd floor of the manor. You see a bright light burning from within. You see the shadow of an individual walking and pacing back and forth throughout the room. It doesn't take you very long to see that this individual has horns. Decipher that it must be Jezebel's shadow.
Right, I would go up to that room.
You're gonna go to Jezebel's room.
Yeah.
Okay. Walk inside. Make your way up to the 3rd floor. You can see the light from the flames of the fireplace peeking out into the hallway. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Jezebel.
Natural 20 for 24.
You hear someone coming up the steps. You can tell by the short strides of the individual that it must be a rather relatively small person.
I'm gonna quickly stuff whatever jewels I have in my pants.
I forgot you look at your jewels.
I'm gonna like quickly close everything. I'm gonna spin around like, hey, come on in.
Open the door. Hello, Captain. So I just want to report what I just went through tonight. First of all, I got deputized. I'm
Right.
kind of the authority here in town.
That's wonderful. Good for you, brother.
So it appears.
Also weird, a little weird.
Is it?
It's kind of weird.
Why is it weird?
We've been here for what, a few days?
Well, look, the town's going to shit.
Yeah.
I am their only hope.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't think about it.
It's alright. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know. So like, I went and checked around the harbor and all the houses. No one's seems to be in them. But everyone on the docks, they're asleep, but you can't wake them up. If that makes sense. They're not dead. They're dead asleep.
Alright, so I'm going to assume that we'll only be able to figure anything out about this if we talk to my mother.
Right. And I have volunteered to your Sir Paladin, who is very touchy with his name, by the way. I've told him that I'm well equipped and being persuasive, and I will be happy to get rough with your mother if I have to.
Whoa. I don't think you're her type, mate.
Does she have a type?
Yeah, I mean, you saw her ex. Her deceased husband.
Right. So we'll work out. But I wasn't talking about that kind of rough up. I am flattered you thought of me,
Yeah.
of dating your mother.
Right, alright, Faultless. Anything else I can do for you? Maybe it's about time you get to sleep. It's been a long day.
It has. Is there anywhere, where are you sleeping in here?
Oh, absolutely not. I would rather eat my own hands than sleep in here.
Right, well, I'm gonna just pick a room. Right. If you're needing me for protection, you call out. I'll be right there, Captain.
I'll let you know right away. You'll be the first person I call.
Captain, it is okay if I call you Captain, or do
Great,
you just,
great. Go to bed.
do you just
Okay.
prefer Jezebel?
No, we'll talk about that tomorrow. How about that? Why don't you just get going?
Or,
you
are you
just-
fine? You seem to be trying to get rid of me.
Well, I'm kind of busy right now, and also, it's been a weird day for me. My mother is running a cult.
Yeah, I can see how that could weigh you
My
down.
mother turned into some flying creature and flew away. So yeah, I'm a little off right now. Not feeling myself.
Right. Can you fly? Is that not hereditary?
I don't think it is what you think it is.
She's not a tiefling.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, I am kidding you right now.
Go.
Alright, good night, Jezebel. I hope you have a good night rest.
Yeah, you do.
I will not loot your house.
That would be very shameful if anyone did any looting here.
Right. Never.
Never. Thanks, I appreciate it. Bye.
Alright. I'm gonna go to a house. It is not me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to a room.
Okay.
Whichever room I can find.
All right.
Get comfy. Take a nice rest.
You find a room on the 3rd floor.
And it starts.
You lay down. Close your eyes. You rest for the night. Jezebel, where would you like to rest?
I'm feeling kind of sentimental. I'll go back to my old room. See what that's looking like.
Who dropped that?
As you head back to your room, you open it to find it is exactly how you left it. Everything's apparently been cleaned as well. Must be having people come in and clean your room, but nothing has been moved out of place. It's quite odd, actually. In fact, it feels just like it did the night you took off.
This is weird. This is really weird. Alright, we're doing this. Let's just do this. I'm just gonna go and sit on the bed really slowly. And then I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna try to go to sleep.
Okay. You manage to, after some painful memories and unwanted ones, you manage to finally slip away into sleep. The next morning comes quickly for most of you. Feel like you didn't even get enough time. It's one of those nights where you go to sleep, your eyes close, and they open back up. And morning somehow snuck up on you. Lavende, did you have any levels of exhaustion? Okay. You managed to wake up. You're a little stiff, and you're a little out of shape. Kind of slept up against a wall in a basement floor, so it wasn't the most comfortable place to sleep. Smavros, Folner, and Jezebel, 3 of you awake, feeling rested. Go ahead and remove 1 exhaustion if you had it. What would you all like to do?
Well, as soon as I wake up, I'm going to assume that everyone's going to go straight for looking for food. So I'll head down to the kitchen.
Alright.
How tired I was, I would probably sleep unless interrupted. So if I woke up at a normal time, I'd probably just go back to sleep.
Okay. Well, it's going to be one of those things where when you go back to sleep, you end up sleeping for another 30 minutes, and then your body wakes you up. You'd just be laying there.
Alright. Well, I'd probably pray then to Tempest for a while, and then also go try to find some food.
Alright. Lavade, Folder.
Going to go upstairs. Going to go to the foyer area.
I would kick out of bed and give it a nice stretch. Then I'll probably go downstairs towards the kitchen.
Okay. Jezebel.
Yeah.
You are the first to get downstairs. You manage to get to the kitchen for what sounds like hurried footsteps scurrying down the steps, where you see Folner making his way, running past a confused-looking Lavende standing in the foyer. As Folner makes his way into the kitchen.
Lavende, what's going on? You
don't see Lavende right now. He's in the foyer.
I thought you said he was confused looking.
I'm saying that Folner passed a confused looking
Oh.
Lavende. Folner entered the room.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
No, you
Wow.
did not pay attention, did you?
You said I entered the room. That's what you just said. I entered the room. Announced myself.
Wait, where he's at right now? You said, hello, everybody. Where are you at?
You basically just run into the kitchen with only Jezebel in it. and just yell, "Hello, everybody!"
Right. I would do that.
Okay,
Oh, we're doing it.
go from there.
You seeing other people right now?
Are you the only one up?
I'm the
You
only one
passed
here.
Lavender, which I explained.
Why didn't you tell me?
And
I
you look
did.
confused.
I actually said it twice.
This is what happens when we have to go and reset our health and shit.
Good morning.
Alright, yeah, I
What?
heard that the first time.
Yes.
You just
Are you alright? Did you get any sleep last night?
I got plenty of sleep. Is there any food?
Your guess is as good as mine. I just got down here.
You need me to cook us up something.
You know, I'll tell you what. I'll give you another chance. Why don't you go ahead and see what you can find? We'll make a little game out of it. How about that?
A game?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna pull one of the jewels out of my pocket. If it's 10 out of 10, I'll give you this.
You're fucking on.
Slip it back in my pocket. Alright, get to work.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna go.
What pressure?
I'm gonna go walk around like the downstairs area. I want to do a little trip down memory lane.
Okay. Lavender, did you want to enter into the kitchen?
Yeah, I entered into the kitchen because he just ran right by me.
He ran by you like a child going to the Christmas tree. It was
The
very
kitchen is the Christmas tree, listener.
very, very quick. Small Ross, as you hear the commotion from a floor below you, the ruckus, you're trying to concentrate, pray to Tempest. But you realize that whenever you pray to Tempest, which you've been praying to Tempest for many years now,
Yes.
you have a ritual.
Right.
Sharpening your axe was always part of it. And it feels like you can't pray properly without sharpening your axe. You sit there and mentally pray, but you feel off. You don't feel right doing it without your axe.
Alright, I'll stand up, I'll gather my things, and then make my way downstairs.
Alright. As Lavender, you enter into the kitchen and see Fulner rummaging through, looking for food to cook.
What have you found already? What do they have?
What did I find?
Give me an investigation roll.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. You find there is quite a bit of perishables. This is a stocked kitchen. It was definitely not intended to be left unoccupied probably today. There is fresh meat that's in the cold box that's made within the ground. There is fresh breads, there's fruits, there's spices. You've got pretty much a well-stocked kitchen.
I found all these things. There's some meat in here, some eggs, some bacon.
Do you want me to cook it for you?
No, I'm fucking cooking it.
I saw it. You can't cook.
You didn't see shit.
Do you, not
You haven't tried any of my food.
Guys, I don't want to.
Yeah,
I saw what you did to that pheasant.
Small Ross, you hear the arguing coming from the kitchen as you stomp your way down the
I
stairs.
think you're confusing me with Small Ross.
Turn and head that way.
You can't. You can't.
I would
Did you hear
open
that?
the door to the kitchen.
It's
and
open. It's open, so you don't even...
I would enter the archway.
Yep.
And I hear them in there. Right?
Yeah.
I need to find someone who can fix my axe.
Lavender can fix axes. Good luck with that one.
What are you all doing?
I'm cooking us all breakfast.
Where do I find one of these magic men to fix my axe?
He's pretty magical.
We've already had this conversation, Smallfrost.
You said there was a man in town.
Can I hear
I
some
did not-
shouting?
I didn't
from our
say-
Yeah, you
side?
can
I
hear the
assumed-
shouting. He specifically Small Ross. Small Ross is speaking at definitely outdoor level.
I assumed. I don't know, Smallfrost.
I'm gonna head to the kitchen.
Who would know?
She would know.
Actually know someone, the person specifically who made this for me.
Where are they? How do I get to them? We need to head there now.
You know that he left town. He packed.
He's not there anymore, but
What?
You do know that there is a blacksmith in town though. Agnar's Forge is a respectable place that often many of the farmers and soldiers go to for repairs and commission work.
Alright. I'm gonna find a piece of paper and ink. And I'm gonna like basically draw out a really rough map of where he needs to go to find the blacksmith.
What are you doing?
Please tell me now how to read a map. Yeah? No? Alright, I'm gonna ball it up and throw it over my shoulder. I guess we're just gonna all go together. It's gonna be like a little trip. Little field trip.
After breakfast, right?
You're right, after breakfast. How long is that gonna take?
Probably not long. Look at all the things I've got to work with.
Small Ross, you have to be well nourished before you go out and start smashing things when you get your axe fixed.
Fine. I'm gonna walk over. Is there anything that I can eat without cooking?
Yeah, there's plenty of food
Yeah, I'm
here.
gonna start eating.
Okay.
Oh god.
So, Smallross does not heed your request to make breakfast. Smallross eats his breakfast now and begins grabbing whatever he can
All
and
right.
begins stuffing his face
Just
before your belly swells in fullness. You have made yourself content before Falner has even finished making the eggs.
Nourished!
Right. Well, none of us are
Then eat!
trying.
Eat with purpose! We have a mission! We have to fix my axe.
Yeah, we're kind of in the game right now, though, so we gotta let him do his thing first,
My
then we
good
do your
man, you
thing.
cannot rush perfection.
There's a hierarchy of things that we're doing right now.
What are we doing?
Well, he's gonna make us breakfast.
Falner, if you could please give me a performance cooking.
And
That's
then
not your performance, it has to be a specialization.
if the cooking is absolutely amazing, then he gets a prize.
We got 15.
15. Okay. Falner manages to whip up some, I believe you said you were making eggs and bacon.
Eggs, bacon, some potatoes. Potatoes.
Alright, so eggs, bacon, and some country-style diced potatoes. Manages to make a
It is-
healthy serving for the three of you.
Of course, with this place being so full, it has seasonings, right?
Yeah.
Good. Right. It has the proper seasonings.
You mean salt and pepper?
It definitely seems to have the proper seasonings in your dishes. However, he goes ahead and slides out your plates. You guys dig in.
Yeah.
As you take your first bites, it is not bad. Doesn't blow your socks off,
Yeah.
but it's not bad.
Good thing I don't wear socks.
This is better than what you've done previously. But I'm gonna be honest, Fauna, I've had
What-
the
what's the last-
same dish at brothels.
Last time, I didn't have any seasonings. Now I have seasonings.
At least it wasn't a bird that you tried to cook. This would have been really bad.
That was fucking small, Russ. What do you mean?
Hurry and eat!
Would you like any of this?
No!
Look how delicious it looks.
I want only to fix my axe.
You look a little shaken there, Small Ross. What happened? Something
It
happened?
is like I've lost an limb without my axe.
Alright, I guess I can get with that. Alright. I'm just gonna eat a few more pieces and I'm gonna push the rest aside. Maybe next time, Fauna.
You didn't like it.
I liked it, but I said it had to be 10 out of 10.
It was like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Close, but not
So
a...
do I at least get the job as the ship's cook?
I'll give you that. Let's go before he
Fucking deal.
murders us all.
Alright, let's go. Let's go get you an axe.
Alright. After everyone has had their fill, they manage to make your way down into the town. As you do, it is like walking into a ghost town. The sun is up. There seems to be a big commotion going on down at the docks. It looks like ships have arrived, but no one's receiving them. And you actually can hear what sounds like possibly a small riot beginning to form down by the peninsula.
Alright, so we're just gonna avoid that whole area. We're gonna go around all that.
Well, Agnor's Forge is down by the docks. It is actually...
Is there like a way we can go around, then behind, so we don't have to go through the crowd?
if you were to think of it, the peninsula, Agnar's Forge is in the center of it. The docks are on the south side. So you basically would be walking right in between.
Fuck. Alright. Oh, I didn't want to deal with this today. Why
Get rid of
today?
wild things.
What is there to deal with? What are you seeing that I'm not?
What's the problem?
I'm gonna point over in the direction of the rioting.
What do they have? Are they going to stop us from fixing our axe?
I don't know. We're gonna find out though,
They
aren't we?
will. We will crush them
With what?
with Tempest.
Good. Oh, the tea. Alright. Let's just go, I guess. Cross your
Right.
fingers.
As you all make your way down towards the peninsula, the loud noises of crowds begins to elevate and get louder and louder. The cheers, the screams. Eventually, you get to the point you can actually make out Daramir yelling back at the crowd. You notice it's him. There seems to be 4 other villagers with him. And you actually recognize Agnar is with them, which is the owner of Agnar's Forge.
I'm gonna point him out to Small Ross real quick. That's the man who's gonna fix your axe. Who can fix your axe.
Daramir is pointing out, it looks like there's maybe one other guard with Daramir. Everyone, please calm down. The city right now is in a crisis. The docks are closed. We cannot accept shipments. Everyone needs to relax and stay calm, please. We need order. Everyone stand back.
I'm gonna approach.
And you notice that there's people that are crowding the docks. People are trying to push past Daramir. Everyone seems to be very confused. No one seems to know what's going on. You approach. Okay.
We're gonna get to the front of where everyone's at.
Oh wait.
I just kind of get my way through the crowd.
You're coming from the actual city side,
Right.
so the crowd is being held by the water.
Oh.
You're able to make your way up without pushing through a crowd at all.
Agnar!
You notice that a man turns his head back. You see it look like a pretty middle-aged man, black beard, salt and pepper in it, gray hair. He appears to be human in descent. Looks over towards you and sees you, then turns back.
Agnar, I need you to fix my axe.
What?
I'm gonna make my way up with him.
He looks over towards Daramir like, who's this man? Why does he keep screaming my name? Daramir looks back and turns over towards you. As soon as he sees you guys, Daramir goes, please hold them, and turns and runs back over towards you. Oh, I was this close to come running up and trying to grab you from your slumber. We need help here. Jezebel, the city, I guess, no one is leading it at the moment. There's no one here. The dock is... We can't run the docks. Half the town is in some sort of sleep. They won't wake up.
You know, Daramir, I know what could fix your problem right here. There's a few bottles of oil, some rags.
We are not setting their ships on fire.
Why do you not turn them away then?
And trying to have them remain calm and stay in place, but a lot of them, well, they're losing time. If they don't drop off their shipments and leave, then they're going to be late for whatever shipment they have planned.
So what's keeping them from dropping it off?
There's no
one's
one.
gonna pick it
No
up?
one's here to run the docks. We don't have anyone to accurately check in and out every vessel. This is it's a madhouse. We need to close the docks. We need to, or whoever's here right now, we go ahead and close it, accept the shipments that are here. If you all want to help, this would be great. We can probably start unhauling these ships and getting things registered.
We will help if that man will fix my axe.
I don't know, Small Frost, we got a lot of things to do today.
This is my axe. Without my axe, I'm hardly Small Frost.
I'm begging you all, please, please, please. I've already sent word to Lockmore.
Who's watching my mother right now?
Currently, I've got 2 other guards that are watching her. She's bound. She's unable to use any sort of somatic or verbal gestures, so we don't have to worry about magic. And I've already sent word to Lockmore. Fentis Merryway apparently is the new regent of
What
our
did you
own.
send to
It really
Lockmore?
is.
What?
What did you send to them exactly?
Well, I sent them a letter of aid. Requesting aid because our city is in a crisis.
Alright. Okay.
I say we help.
We can help.
To
Right.
in trade, my
Help.
Agnar fixes my axe.
Whatever you need, I'm sure Agnar would be willing to help if we can just get this resolved.
Alright, then we will. Are we ready?
Do you really want to?
Not really, but you already volunteered us, so.
Alright.
Thanks.
So, do we start killing them or?
Alright, Doromir,
See, I already suggested that, and he said no.
no! Stop! No killing. We're doing manual labor.
It's just gallows humor. He didn't really mean it.
What are we
I
doing?
think he really meant to.
Alright, he turns around. Alright, everyone, listen. This is what we're going to come to conclusion. Right now, the lady, as he points towards Jezebel, of Ravensgrin has made the decision that we are going to accept the shipments of the ships that are already here at the dock. However, we are going to have to turn away other ships. This is like two people that kind of, God damn it! And throw their crap down. Looks like there's about maybe two ships that are waiting to dock out in the bay. However, looks like they're going to be turned away. They storm off and turn over. Looks like they're heading back towards the docks, towards rowboats. Rest of the crowd bursts into a cheer. I don't know, 7 or 8 crews, you could guess, that have ships that are lined up on the docks and are waiting to have their stuff unloaded and brought into port. So, we're going to do this in a slow, steady pace. We'll start with the west end. We'll move our way to the east, and that way everyone will be taken care of. After that, no more. Understood? Everyone seems to be under. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to work. Doromir turns over, and as the ship crews all start to move and get ready and to unload their cargo and everything. Alright, who wants to take what ship? We should probably go ahead and split up, and then we can work and track and organize everything that's being dropped off.
Let us get it done the fastest. I'm the strongest, so I should take the biggest here.
That doesn't make sense. Alright, who here knows logistics and numbers?
I do.
Perfect. Falna, you're in charge of keeping track of all shipments in place. So that means I need you to accurately keep down and log all the items so that we are making sure that we're getting the proper shipments.
That sounds easy enough.
Small Ross, you seem very confused. So what I need you to do is just unload ships.
That's what I thought we were doing.
That's what you are doing.
Where's the big ship?
If you could head over there, and he points towards the first ship on the west
Right.
end.
I'm gonna start walking.
You go that way.
Doromir, real quick. He's gonna need supervision. I'm just gonna say it right now. Just put it
Lavende,
out
you
there.
would be great to watch Smallfrost. Go get him.
Do
I
have
believe in
to?
you, bud.
Do I have to?
You don't really
Usually
have
me.
to, but
I don't know about that. Never mind. I'm gonna go.
alright. It's good experience, Some
Do you
leadership skills. Or something. I don't know. My dad used
What
to
if
say
he?
that.
What if he like
Doromir's looking.
hurts me?
What do you do? What do you do? Go.
Okay, she's
Hey,
talking to
hey,
me.
we're helping you, alright? Don't get all prissy with
Don't
us.
talk to the leader of this city like that.
Not that. Not gonna start dropping that title. Go ahead and go, Lavende. We can talk more later if you want.
Then I'm going to just and then turn and chase after him.
There aren't any apples on that ship, right?
What do you mean?
Just yes or no. It's a simple answer.
I don't know what the shipments are. There could be apples, maybe.
Fuck. Alright.
Burn the boat down.
Okay. Now that we have that settled, we'll go ahead and I will start working on the next ship. He looks over towards let's see here. Agnar, Jethro. You notice that Jethro actually is standing amongst the groups, and as he makes his way out forward, looks towards you. Lady of Ravensgrin, really?
Not really. No, not really at all.
It's a nice title.
And really, you're helping.
Hey, why not? I always come to this port whenever I come up to this portion of the... the world, and I might as well get some benefit out of it, right?
What sort of benefit are you gonna get?
Well, I don't know, maybe looking past a set item or two on my ship that it isn't supposed to be there. Darmy looks over towards him. Yeah, not while I'm here. I don't think so.
You can't be everywhere at once, it's alright.
Right, of course.
I mean, I'll team up with him if he needs help. Yeah? Or am I supposed to be seeing something else?
That sounds great. Why don't you come with me then, Jez?
Alright, that's that.
You notice that Jez and Jethro seem to move off towards another ship. So, I'm going to need a few rolls from everyone. Lavende, since you are supervising Smallross, I'm going to need you to give me a persuasion or intimidation, whichever one you want. Smallross, please give me athletics.
So if anyone needs to talk to the manager, it's
I'm
gonna
I'm
be
gonna get you roll first.
I'm gonna be using guidance on myself to add a d4.
Okay. Fulner,
Yes.
can I please get an intelligence from you?
Oh, is it a save? Or just
Give me an intelligence roll.
What did you get?
18.
I got 20.
Ooh, he's supervising the fuck out of you.
What, 10?
Just so.
10. Okay.
Oh, it's
Wait,
like was
what did
rocking
you
it
do?
tonight.
Did you persuade me or intimidate me?
I'm persuading you.
Oh, okay, good.
And then, Jez, could you also go ahead and actually give me a charisma check?
Oh, what am I doing?
I got the natural 20, by the way.
Not a natural 20. Minus a 0. That is a 6.
A 6.
Yeah, a whole 6.
Okay.
This is not good. This is not good at all.
So, Smavros and
This is my
Lavende
real-life
surprisingly
level.
form a fantastic team. The two of them are working like a well-oiled cog. Smavros is pushing things right where Lavende is telling him to take them. Even though it does sometimes seem like Smavros is just mindlessly pushing, you are there to tell him when to move and when to turn left or right. Thankfully, you stopped him a few times from shoving shipments right off into the water.
11.
Fulner,
You're like his rocket.
you managed to start logging and auditing all the shipment coming in. However, there is a lot. Some of these ships have a surplus of 40 plus crates. And it is overwhelming. You start to lose track after about two hours of this and start just fudging numbers.
Fucking knew that was gonna happen.
However, if you would go ahead and give me a deception check, that will depend on how well you fudge this.
24.
Nice.
Just do a roll.
Thank God.
Watch him get like 30 somehow.
Okay. You're pretty confident that you are going to be able to
Fake it till I make it, man.
fake it till you make it on this one. However, you are fairly certain that about half these shipments are fucked beyond all means. Because of, or at least it's, at least you believe them to be fucked. Jezebel, as much as you enjoy being a leader and barking orders on a ship, trying to command a bunch of villagers to move crates and push things in a certain location, it becomes overwhelming. You and Jethro just have too many things to do at a time. Your production kind of slows down after a little bit, but thankfully, Lavende and Smavros, being the psycho team that they are, end up burning through ships so fast that they ended up catching up to your ship. And once they did, it was smooth sailing, no pun intended.
Hey.
After this is all said and done, it's been about 4.5 hours. You guys have made great time. In fact, you guys did about 8 hours worth of work in a short amount of time, just because of the speed that you guys were moving at. Thankfully, all the ships are done, and you notice that the villagers and people that are awake, they start to chain the docks up so no more ships can move up. All the ships seem to turn and sail. You guys are now left on the dock. Brows heavy with sweat. Hands tired. Volner, your fingers burn. You've been using the quill non-stop for 4.5 hours. Small Ross, you got pretty much an entire body pump.
I can feel it.
I'm going to jokingly oh, Small Ross, you did a really good job. I'm proud of you.
The glory does not go to me, it goes to Tempest.
You notice that a red-headed individual, bowl cut, buck teeth, kind of a chin strap like beard, almost Amish-like, kind of makes his way up towards Lavender and Smallvross. That was some of the best dork handwork I've ever seen. If you want a job, you've got one full-time.
I do. It's through the service of Tempest. Have you heard the good word of Tempest?
Oh, he's a missionary. Oh, okay. Well, there's no, Tempest is all right and fine. Not quite not really a fighter.
We all are fighters.
He is.
On different battlefields.
Right. I mean, the Lord of Battle, I'm sure, has his purpose. So that's a no on the job.
No, I have to go fix my axe. Lavender. I would have been easily confused if it wasn't for your great guidance, so...
Right.
Tempest be praised for that also.
Maybe I should follow Tempest then.
If you would, I
didn't make any
would.
promises.
I have some great literature. Sorry, let me rephrase it. I've got great stories for you.
Maybe sometime in the future I'll listen.
We've done all the ships. We shall go get my axe fixed.
Daramir makes his way over towards you guys. Alright, that's the last of them. Now we have to
You're welcome.
solve the problem of all the sleeping village.
And the axe.
The what?
The axe is very important.
Oh, that's right, your axe. Yes, Agnar just went back to his forge. I'm sure he could be.
You brought it with you, right?
Yes, I have all the pieces.
I'm going to go meet with some of the other villagers that have woken. There's maybe about 20 of us awake. And
Like, recently awoken, or...
know that woke this morning and the ones that never went to sleep last night, but everyone else I've seemed to have found seems to be asleep. The city is quite literally in a slumber.
Do you think it has to do with the bugs?
Alright, the tick things you're talking about. I would assume so. It's too bad you can't see that again.
I don't know. It was
Do you
really
remember what
weird.
you did to see that?
It just happened. When we were going up the mountain, I just saw them. They were everywhere.
So you get like weird flashes where you can see things that other people can't see.
I guess. I don't really know. I had never seen those before. I thought everybody else saw them, but then you're like...
Notice that a few other villagers have made their way up to Darmir. I'm sorry. Thank you all for helping, and looks towards the villagers. I know all of you are concerned about your loved ones, and we need to remedy this and get them awake, but I don't know. One of them speaks up. But what about the Maiden of the Meadow? We are not going to the Maiden.
Does it sound familiar to me?
You know exactly who this is. The Maiden of the Meadow is someone who lives probably about 10 miles out of the city. It's a small meadow-like grove. She is a well-known witch. Sorceress, and some believe to be a medicine woman. However, a lot of times when people have gone to her with ailments, they give up a great cost in order to achieve the desired effect. You've heard good things, but you have also seen things where the cost was very great. I'm just saying that she helped cure my niece of blindness. I understand that. I understand that she is known to cure things, but maybe this is a desperate time. Maybe we do need to go see the maiden.
What is this maiden?
You know, Dami, you seem pretty tired. I could go talk to her. I've always been fascinated.
If you're
but I never
going,
got the
I
chance.
want your friends to go with you. I don't want you going alone.
Oh, I don't think she's that dangerous.
She's a witch. She's dangerous.
Ooh, Darmir. Disappointed in you.
All right, everyone. As he starts pulling the villagers away from this. No need. Everyone, stay calm. It's all. Go ahead and start finding something that we can pass our time with. And he looks towards you. I'm gonna go check on your mother, make sure everything's fine. If you all want to go see Agnar, I'm sure he'd be happy to help fix your accent.
Oh, right. Why don't you guys go ahead and I have to head back to the manor and grab something.
And then we go see this witch.
Right, and I'll meet you at the blacksmith.
Well, that's fine to me.
Are you being truthful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure you don't want any company?
I don't need company. Or want it, so
You-
no.
You're a very important person to this town.
Actually, no, is Jethro still there?
Jethro is over at Daramir, helping with the villagers.
You're a very important person of this town.
Not really, no.
You shouldn't be going anywhere alone. You never know.
Don't let all that get to your head, right? We're leaving here after all this, so
Right.
there's no attachments to anything.
I'm not
Right.
attached to this town.
Really? Because you were just bragging last night about your new position.
Oh, right. Well, yeah.
Right, alright, so you think about that, and I'll meet you guys at the blacksmith.
Wow.
Remember, no attachments.
I haven't really touched anything.
Good. Glad we're on the same page. I'm gonna head to the manor.
Alright. Then you all head towards the blacksmith, correct?
Correct.
Doesn't take you very long. You're pretty close to Agnar's forge. As you make your way there, you can hear Agnar throwing a fit. Seems to be tossing and making a ruckus within his own forge, throwing tools across the room. You can hear the metal clanging off of equipment, banging against the wall. Blasted! God damn it!
I'd probably make my way in.
As you approach and by the nine hells! God!
Thunder, do we really want to go in there with him?
He turns and looks towards you. Do you two wait outside?
I'll go in. I don't fucking care.
Such a hard ass.
I forgot.
What?
I'll just stand up here.
Are you frightened?
That sounds really mean.
You really mate, I've seen you do some amazing things. Shooting arrows like it was nothing into things that were like...
Okay, are you guys doing this outside?
As I'm walking in.
Alright. That's a long sentence. It's a very... Doors are not that long.
Just call me in.
As the words come tumbling, tiptoeing.
But the words fade as I walk.
Okay, so Fulner entered into the...
That doesn't really work.
Cuts off
talk to
randomly
people.
while he's complimenting
I'm
him.
going to stay outside, but have my
Okay,
head.
so meanwhile, the Agnar looks towards you. By the nine hells. You're the one that keep spouting my name! What is it?
I need my axe fixed. What seems to be the issue here?
Blasted.
Seems you were throwing something.
Something very precious was lost. It's something that me and my associate, we recovered. You notice that as Agnar looks over towards back portion of the forge, you notice the blinds kind of move apart to the side. A figure walks out from it. You see a small, short individual, gray skin, a bald, white beard. My name is Malvin Glitterbones. And what Agnar is speaking of is a lost piece of ore that we took by great cost.
What kind of ore?
Have you ever heard of Deathinium?
What? No. What is this?
Maga Camera! Damn near indestructible ore.
Is it black?
Indeed it is. Blacker than night.
And is it jagged?
More jagged. Wait. Have you seen some?
I have. It destroyed my axe.
What was your axe made of? Iron? Steel? Nothing can compare to Deathinium.
Can you remake my axe with this deadly being? If I were to show you where there is a large amount.
It would take some time to forge it.
I was unable to break any piece off.
You need a special tool. Tools made of Deathinium. And me and my comrade, well, we do not possess any at the moment now. If you can acquire these tools...
Where would I find these tools? Who would have these tools?
The only... Let me think. Agnar kind of rolling his eyes at this. You know where they could get the tools. Because you know where we gave our tools away. Maga Camera! I will not have them make a deal with that witch!
Of the Meadow?
Agnar looks over towards you. Yes. Maiden of the Meadow.
Yes, we are planning a trip there. Currently. That we were, right?
And why would you be making a trip there?
I will be honest, I wasn't listening. I heard a witch, and we agreed.
Malvin speaks up. Yes. We offered our tools after we... The first amount of Deathinium we got wasn't enough. It was too small.
Well, here's what we can do. We can retrieve your tools from this Maiden of the Meadow.
It will come at a great cost. Maiden deals in bargains. She will want something.
Like what? Gold?
Sometimes gold, sometimes more. You never know.
And if we were to kill her and retrieve your...
Maga Camera! I do not believe you could.
You doubt the power of Tempest.
I doubt the power of your vitality.
Well,
By the stones, Agnar, he is a funny orc.
we shall retrieve your tools. And I'm going to take my bag and pull out the pieces of my broken axe. But can you fix this axe? Can you fix this blade?
I could. That would be no hard feat.
Alright, we will retrieve your tools, and in that time, I ask you fix my axe.
And if you bring me my tools, then I fixed your axe only to break it again. Agnar looks at you as the deep gnome grabs your axe and starts walking away with it.
No, know this. Once we return, I shall take you to a large amount of this Stethilium. And from there, we shall discuss making an even stronger axe.
Agnar. I hope the cost is worth it. And it's coming from a lot. The old man seems to like you. Travel safe.
Faller, do you need anything else from here?
I don't need anything. Not from here.
We make our way to this witch.
Right. We should probably wait for Jez.
Go over to Jezebel. What would you like to do when you get to the manor?
I'm grabbing that tome
Grab the tome. Okay.
and the bag. I'm gonna toss in a bag,
All right.
and I'm just gonna head back.
Okay. So you actually get back in time, right around the time that they'd be exiting the forge.
Oh, would you look at that? How'd it go?
You weren't there. There was a large black rock that was coming out of the ground.
In there? What are you
No.
talking about?
At the volcano.
Alright, okay, how did that go, though? What?
That rock that broke my axe.
Fulner and Lavende, you are both standing there letting this
I know.
happen.
I'm
Okay.
letting it happen.
Mm-hmm.
The stone that broke my axe
Okay.
apparently can be made into a stronger axe. We shall go to the Maiden of the Meadow and retrieve tools so this blacksmith can make me a strong axe.
Wait, what tools would she have?
Apparently, they heard all these good people's tools with the Maiden of the Meadow.
Why?
I don't fucking know. And then
Never really know.
we are gonna.
Wait, they didn't tell you why. They just said that they had them.
We're gonna.
It is an unnecessary question.
Well, I think it's important to know why this happened in the first place. But continue.
But apparently, her prices are deep. So we're gonna see what she wants in return for the tools.
Alright, so now we have to see what she wants in return for the tools, and also
Yes.
to possibly fix the situation that we have going on with this whole curse thing.
What situation?
So there's two things we have to negotiate
Wait,
now.
what curse? Oh yeah, that curse. Yeah.
That's why we're going there.
The payment for the tools will be my burden.
There, perfect. That works out. Hopefully she'll accept that.
Maybe she just wants some company.
What can she do? Like,
Oh, she's a witch. So I've never met her myself.
How do you kill a witch?
Why are we saying that
Why
right
does she
right
go
off
to
the
that
bat?
It is better to know how to kill a witch before we retrieve the witch than get to
imagine.
a situation where we need to kill the witch and we don't know how.
Alright, she's not. I wouldn't say she's a bad person. She just, everything comes at a cost. I don't think it's going to come into a scenario unless you do something that you shouldn't do.
It is always wise to know how to kill something.
I don't think
matter
we'd
the
be able to kill
situation.
her. She
You're
has the power.
uncharacteristically really involved with her.
Even
Do you know her?
I was just. What is happening? I was just saying I never met the woman. You know how long it's been since I've had a good night of drinking? Right now, I'm on edge. I want all of this to stop. I want to get this over with. I want to get back to our little journey on my ship that I just acquired that I can't be on right now because I have to deal with all my mother's bullshit. It just keeps stacking up higher and higher and higher, and I was the disappointment.
Yeah, you need a drink. Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't think we should just outright
Don't we
kill
just
her
go?
either.
Don't we just go?
Let's go. Yeah, we can talk. Walk and talk.
Right. Don't get me wrong.
I'm getting
I'm
into bed.
taking my flask. And,
I agree with you. I don't think we should just outright kill her. But
well, the Maiden of the Meadow.
right.
Why would we outright?
Why are we?
He's suggesting that we do.
I am not suggesting. I suggested only that we look into how to do it if the
Right.
situation arises.
He wants to be prepared. That's his.
Oh,
that's his
yes.
shtick.
That's nothing wrong with that. To be prepared.
I don't think it's something we'll have to worry
I
about.
don't think it's going to be something.
But if it is, I don't think there's anything we could do to kill her because I'm fairly certain she's pretty powerful. And I don't think any of us have the knowledge or ability.
Will she continue living if we cut her head off?
You know that she has remained the same age since you have known her, and she has been the same age for the last few hundred
Does
years.
she look human?
Yeah, she looks like a human.
Alright, I'll just say this. She looks human, but I've never seen the woman age.
Well, no matter the age, I've never seen a human without a head continue to exist.
You know, it could be like one of those weird things where you cut her head off and then more come out.
Is that the thing?
I've never heard of. Can you do that?
Oh no, right? I've read it in a book. That's it's a true thing.
Is that the true thing?
It's a true thing.
Then how do you kill?
Folder, are you lying?
I am fucking lying.
Okay. Well, first of all, there are creatures that can do that.
Oh,
So-
then I'm telling the truth.
Are you roll
Give
for
me
it?
an intelligence check, and I'll let you know whether or not you.
Oh, God damn it.
Actually, no. Give me a knowledge. Give me a knowledge. Knowledge history.
I mean, I've never seen one myself, but I've heard lots of stories out in the sea about it.
4. You have no idea what type of creature would do that. Yeah, so you're lying. Give me a deception check.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay.
Jesus!
How did you
Stop
do that
throwing it like Elijah.
Okay.
Wow, how did you get 3 ones in a row?
Okay, so you
That was not 3 ones.
There was a 1 there, and then you rolled a
Okay,
one.
but then it
They
bounced
leaned-
out of the
oh
thing.
my God.
It was very cocked. It was very cocked.
Cut
Anyway.
1.
Anyway, it's only exceptions. 12.
Okay. Yeah, Folder seems like he's maybe telling the truth, but then again, he's also saying it with a really devilish smile.
Really, Fauna. What book did you read that in?
Oh yeah, it's the book about it's actually a good it's a poem of sorts.
Wow, it
Give me
took you a
another
while
deception
to...
check.
Yeah,
Now
no.
with disadvantage.
It took you a while to articulate that, Fauna.
How do you do this?
Is that a 1 again?
No, it's 2.
It's 2, even better.
So that would be 8.
Okay, you're starting to think that he may be lying.
Alright, no, that's neither here nor there. So,
How do you kill something that can grow more heads?
You have to
you
keep
stop
on
cutting the head.
you keep on cutting the heads
No, you don't. You don't.
until they can't grow anymore.
Alright.
They just fall over from the sheer weight of it.
If it's cutting, I can do. Or ripping off.
Well, you can't cut anything. You don't have your axe.
I wonder what Barry's doing
Tempest is
right now.
my axe.
He's on the ship.
It's probably not... I'm
Oh,
asking.
you're going to
Asking
cut
myself.
something with a god.
When the time comes, you will see.
All right. I can't wait to see that.
Alright, so here's the main plan. We get there, we be respectful. Yes?
Right. Right.
Because the fate of all these stupid people back in the village area
Right.
is depending on this. The fate of your axe is depending on this.
Yes.
So we need to be polite
I
and
knew,
do some bargaining.
I knew she cared.
I don't care. I care about getting the fuck out of here.
She cares.
Jess, know the solution for the troubles you are having with your mother will not be found in that flask. But Tempest can
There
be
it
the guidance.
is. There it is. I was waiting for it. Alright. Yeah, I'll
He can
keep
get
that.
us through all troubles. He is the forever sharpened sword. And
You know,
the
I kind
arrow
of...
in the gut.
I'm kind of already in a relationship, so I can't really jump ship there. But, you know, maybe in the future when, you know, I split up with, you know, my current guy, I can think about that a little bit.
Your current guy.
My current guy.
Who are you dating?
Lamday's just.
Are you dating a god?
Are you going steady with a god?
I wouldn't say God.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
No, we're not there yet. Are you gonna be alright?
I'm fairly. Have you guys left?
Yeah, I said a while ago we were
Oh,
talking.
we're walking and talking.
If it's 10 miles, too, I
The
would
whole time we're
imagine.
just standing there.
Do we have a horse still? Oh, do you have?
You guys are on foot, right?
I hope not. For 10 miles?
Well, we have 2 horses, I believe. But we could get more. We could go to the stables and get some.
Well, we have the cart.
It's at the manor, though, I think.
Yes, so is our horses.
That's only 10 miles. I don't think we need a cart for it. We can just take horses.
For 10 miles.
If you're on foot, it'll take you probably about 5 hours.
10 miles isn't... I don't think we need a cart for a 10-mile trip.
But it'd be a lot nicer.
How much would it
if
be
we
on
did.
horse? No. Why do you want the cart so bad? I feel like we
Because on horse. Oh, yeah, how long would it be on horse?
Yeah.
I'd say on horse, if you guys are having the horse pull a cart, I would say probably knock off 2 hours.
Without the cart, how long?
If you're going on just horses, you could probably make it the 10 miles in probably 2 hours.
All right.
If you were hauling ass, then you could get there in probably 1.
1 hour for 10 miles?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna push your, well, I guess if you're gonna push your horse to maximum speed, you get there in under an hour.
No, I think she was saying on foot, right?
No, on horses without the cart.
Right.
I'm saying with horses that aren't pulling the cart.
Yeah, without pulling the cart, if they're just trotting,
Yeah.
then it would take you probably no more than a few hours.
Right, just forget the cart business. We can get there faster if we just take the horses. So we can go to stable, get your horse,
That's right.
get some horses for us, and then, we can be on our way and get all this over with.
I'll take a mighty steed.
What?
Pony?
Not a mighty steed, like a war horse.
How are you gonna get on it?
With ease, like I always do.
Great.
Could get on me. What are you
Great. No,
talking
I want to see this. This will be fun. This will be good. This will be great.
Okay. So as you all head over to the stables to grab yourselves some horses or war steed, that's where we're gonna take a break.
Ooh, just my kind.
So you're gonna have to switch over manually though to get to the break screen. And,
Be an awkward button.
yeah, awkward button. All right, guys, we'll be right back after a short break. So stay tuned.
Button.
Are you looking to pursue a career in medical science? Then look no further than Chicago City University, where our expert faculty and staff will help you gather the tools that you need to push yourself into the future you want. Not enough time in the day? Have no fear. With our PhD professors, they'll be able to fill any time slot you need. Here's Dr. Ruth on his way to class. What you reading there, Doctor? Okay, you keep your secrets. Uh-oh, looks like Dr. Ruth forgot to write something on the board. Professionalism, work ethic, knowledge, advancement. That's too many hands, Dr. Ruth. You can stop now. Chicago City University. Enroll today.
Good evening. My name is Alice Grayson. Tonight, I will be teaching you the very important tenets of the Camarilla. This is the new society or social club you've just been introduced to. These are our laws, our code of ethics. Number 1, masquerade. This is by far the most important and valuable to our kind. One shall not reveal thy true nature to those not of the blood. Doing so shall renounce all claim to thy blood. Now that sounds like a bunch of old school Latin lingo, not like cool or bad or rad. But don't worry, you'll learn to understand this. Do not reveal yourself to those not of kindred kind, or what you may think yourself of as a vampire, a lost boy, or a Dracula. He is real, but just it's a different story. And anyways, and look, a convenient door. Let's just come with me on this adventure. Which hand do I?
There's no door there, Grayson. You're in a living room.
The second tradition of the Camarilla. Domain. Thy domain is thine own concern. All others owe thee respect while in it. None may challenge thy word while in thy domain. Good, you made it. Hey, look where we ended up. This is someone else's domain, which means we have to be on our best behavior. I know you youngsters like playing with your skateboards and your G.I. Joes, but you can't do that here without asking for permission. Feeding, breaking the masquerade, these are all things that can't be tolerated here. You can rest assured, if you do that, you will not be a smooth criminal. Third tradition, progeny. Thou shalt only sire another with the permission of thine elder. If thou createst another without thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall be slain. Congratulations! It's a boy! Where's the cigars? No. You're here because you decided to sire a childer. Congratulations. However, there are a lot of important responsibilities that come along with this decision. Not only are they an extension of you, but also of the prince who granted you permission of your childer. When choosing your childer, be sure to avoid certain qualities, things such as loud, obnoxious, brash, stubborn, impulsive. These are all qualities that can often lead to headaches. I know if I had a childer like that, I would just stake myself. Fourth tradition, accounting. Those thou create are thine own children, until thy progeny shall be released. Thou shalt command them in all things. Their sins are thine to endure. Great. Wound up in the prince's office. Your childer screwed up, and now you're accountable. Remember, their mess is your mess. Be sure to instill these traditions in them. Teach them early. You can't have them running around the city doing things like using disciplines for a certain mundane task as feeding in a bathroom. Amateur. Be sure they have driver's license. They can operate a vehicle appropriately, or at least know how to get around the city without causing a mess. Or things like breaking into a government facility that's filled with security cameras. These are all problematic things that will put you right here. Yeesh. I wouldn't want to do that. So remember, you are accountable. Fifth tradition, hospitality. Honor one another's domain. When thou comest to a foreign city, thou shalt present thyself to the one who ruleth there. Without the word of acceptance, thou art nothing. Oh, no, not like this! Gotcha. That's not actually the sun behind me. And I'm not on a beach. This is a green screen. Powerful state-of-the-art technology owned by the Camarilla. And we bring it here for you tonight to teach you a important lesson about hospitality. You see, you're not from Miami, and you didn't introduce yourself to the prince. Big no-no. If you do that, you might actually end up on this beach and seeing the sunrise one last time. Except you'd be staked, and you'd be chained and gagged. And as you see the sun rise, your insides would be set ablaze as your eyes melt from your skull. Remember that, Kindred. You don't want that. It's bad. The sixth tradition. Destruction. Thou art forbidden to destroy another of thy kind. The right of destruction belongeth only to thy elder. Only the eldest among thee shall call the blood hunt. Well, here you are, Kindred. End of the road. Good evening, and welcome back, traveler, from that break. Wow, did it? Okay, never mind. It looked like your
Everyone
camera
panic.
was like super oversaturated for a moment, and then like fixed itself. Dude, it was crazy. It did it like in real time. Anyways, welcome back to the break. We're gonna go ahead and kick things off right where we last left off. The party was making their way to the Maiden of the Meadows after grabbing themselves some horses. However, Fulner, were you actually trying to get a war horse? Were you trying to get a draft horse?
No, it was just like a nice, fine-looking, sturdy.
You said war
steed.
horse.
Fine, I'll look for whatever is there available.
Are you looking for a horse or are you looking for a pony?
I'm not looking for a pony.
Okay, horses, you know this, your legs are not long enough to get to the stirrups. You cannot accurately ride a horse.
You don't tell Faulkner that.
Okay. Do you
Don't
wanna-
worry, I'll
you-
throw him on.
You still want to ride a horse. I will tell you this, you will have a hard time controlling the horse.
Roll animal handling.
Yeah, natural 20s happen, bro.
Natural
You
20s
get-
do not guarantee success.
You guys are all.
He's a hater.
Animal handling's not that great. So, oh man, I guess I'll do a pony. Let's just say the only thing available is pony.
No, there was other horses.
I mean, you can still tell us that.
I will fucking tell you that.
Okay, they all saw there was other horses too.
You can
No.
still tell us. Tell us all about it.
I want you to. Please do it.
I fucking will.
Okay, so after everyone has picked out their appropriate riding companion, you all make your way. Jezebel, you know where the meadow is. You're not quite sure the exact location of where she lives. You've never gone and visited her yourself. You've never had the need to. But you do know the location of the meadow. And with all of you riding at a decent trot, the journey only takes a few hours. Relatively calm. It's cool autumn air. Breezes and blows by. Dead leaves, falling leaves. The gray vegetation slowly withering away to the new found cold of the year. You eventually get to the meadow. It's an outstretched landscape. You can see moving further inland. In the summertime, in the spring, this is actually quite gorgeous. This meadow is filled with many different types of flowers and bright colors. However, not during this time of year. This time of year, it seems quite barren. It's gray. Grass slowly dying, soon to be covered by a blanket of white snow. What would you all like to do?
If I scan around the area, I want to try and see if I can see, like, maybe smoke in the
Sure.
sky or
Go ahead, give
anything,
me a
like,
perception check.
like a fireplace.
It's really weird actually not being the horse this time. Saying that out loud.
It's also really weird. That's the warhorse you picked. Never seen one like it before, Fauna.
That's all I had left.
Was it?
No.
Right.
You know we're there too, right?
Any
Well,
proper
no,
horse
I'm sorry.
is ready for war.
That's a very fine saying, but there are other horses there, but they're all reserved out.
8, by the way.
8.
Reserved out by who?
You don't see any
Villages.
smokestacks or anything that's visible from where you're at.
Well, I don't see any sign of living out here right now. You think there'd be a fire or something if she lives in a house.
For what?
To find her. To find her home so we can...
What kind of home does a witch live in? Does a witch live in a home?
I think usually, like, they make, like, earthen homes or something, right?
They make what?
Earthen? So they're really, earthy homes made from either the earth or things growing from the earth.
So she's underground.
Could be. That could be a thing.
I'm gonna get off horse meat.
But you think you'd see, like, smoke from a fire or something, because it is...
I'm gonna start pounding on the
Oh,
ground.
what is that?
Well, if she lives below, maybe she will hear us knocking.
Well, that's not knocking, that's stomping. You try actually knocking?
It is knocking for the ground.
Alright, keep at it.
I'm gonna continue stomping around.
And Small Ross continues to stomp the soil beneath his feet.
So you said it's a meadow, it's like a dead meadow?
Yeah.
So I want to scan around and see if there's any, like, pathway, like, made from someone walking at all.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a survival check.
What are you looking for?
Any sign of living, so we can try to track where she's at.
That's doing a lot better than what Small Brass is doing.
13.
Is there any way I can help?
I mean, I assume you're good at it. So, how we, track something, someone.
I'm going to roll. This person, does she live, is she, alone?
I believe so.
I'm going to think of, what I would do, in the Feywild. How I would try to find somewhere to be safe.
Okay, give me a survival check.
I got 13 on mine.
I got 19.
Alright. Jezebel, you don't seem to find anything that looks like human traffic. You do see some deer trails, some sections of where wildlife have been grazing within the meadow. You don't see anything that looks like human pathways. However, as you are taking a look around Lavende, you start to see what looks like the remnants of an older, not frequently used blind, like a hunter's blind.
Okay.
Looks like some trees have been pushed over and some dead grass has been pooled around it. But it looks like it hasn't been used in a long time.
Jezebel, do you see that? How everything's weird over there? Do you see how everything's, kind of moved around a little bit?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe we should go there? It looks like people, that's not...
Nice on the
Things don't
lead
grow
so
normal.
far.
So, things don't grow normal like that, I don't think.
You head that way.
Okay.
What are they approaching?
So you make your guys' way over to the deer blind. As you look inside, it appears to be empty. Nothing inside. Hasn't probably seen activity in many seasons.
Well, I'm at a loss. I guess we better turn around.
What are you doing
head
over
out.
there?
Well, we thought this is the only thing strange that we've noticed in the area.
What is it?
It's like a deer blind.
Deer blind. Things that...
Can I get inside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get inside of it.
You want to try to get inside?
Yes.
Okay. You notice that Smavros kind of gets down and he kneels into the deer blind, and you seem to be kneeling down in this empty deer blind.
Small Ross, try knocking here.
Witch!
That's not knocking. Oh.
Doesn't really know what knocking is, does he?
Alright.
Meadow woman!
Alright, let's see how this plays out. This might work.
Is anyone out there?
Can you guys all give me a perception check?
All of us? You and me?
24.
Even me.
23.
11.
11.
11 also.
You guys hear a slight coming from above you.
Okay.
As you look up in the tree, you see what looks like a black and white striped cat that seems to be lurching over looking at you, although it has one distinctive feature that catches you off guard for a moment. It seems to have 3 green eyes.
Well, that's not a normal cat.
Is that the witch?
You notice after it hisses, turns, and you watch it pounce onto a tree branch and start moving deeper into the woods.
I'm going
Alright,
after it.
follow that cat.
You want to try to follow?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to need survival rolls, and I need someone to beat an 18.
We're in the forest, right?
Nope.
Yep,
I'm thinking.
I was at 19.
that's good.
That was a 15.
Not-
Is that more
doesn't-
than 18?
No, it's not.
Which one is it?
Lord
Survival.
math.
Oh, survival? You said survival?
Yes.
24.
Okay.
3.
La-di-da.
So,
So when you ranger.
both Small Frost and Lavender, using their abilities of living in the wild and their knowledge of hunting game, are actually able to keep track of this cat very easily. Eventually, you watch the cat leap onto what looks like a massive toadstool. You have entered into what looks like a depression within to the earth. It's almost like you were to imagine a crater. It's now become overgrown with mushrooms and fungus. The center, one massive toadstool. The purple rooftop, white spots. The door is in the center. The cat turns into a poof of smoke as it lands into the toadstool.
Well, Russ, I don't think we should go in there just yet.
Why?
Please don't. We should probably wait.
For what?
Is Faulkner and Jezebel?
They stayed with you. They just didn't cat watch what you guys were chasing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I assumed that.
Yeah, they were able to keep track of you guys. They just wouldn't have been able to keep track of the cat.
Okay.
Alright, so do we knock on that now? I'm stuck in the knocking thing. I can't get off of it.
I'll knock.
Alright.
I'm going to go up and knock. Just.
Okay.
Hello?
As you go up and you knock on the door. The door opens up by itself.
Continue.
See the door open inwards?
I'm going to look back. And then I'm going to look at the door and I'm going to walk
You can
in.
see inside and see what looks like a very small and humble abode. There seems to be a fireplace that's burning, but it's interesting because there's no smoke exiting through the top of the mushroom. And the inside of the living space definitely does not look like the inside of a mushroom. It looks like a very modest log cabin. It's a very rustic aesthetic.
I'm going to walk in.
You walk in.
He went in.
I would follow.
Oh, he went in.
Door remains open if anyone else is going to continue
Oh.
going.
Maybe we should go in too.
You first.
Alright. Thank you.
As you guys approach, you, Lavender, have already been greeted before they even arrive. You hear the sound of liquid slopping down into a bowl. And as it does, you notice a ting on the cast iron cauldron. She sets the wooden ladle back in, turning around. Hungry?
I've already eaten, but I'll eat again.
Well, that was many hours ago, and after
Yeah, that's true.
before a
Yes,
lot of
then-
labor, you're actually quite hungry.
Yes, I'm
Oh, he's
hungry.
beating you. Don't do it.
I'm gonna take that
He's
bait.
beating. No,
Are you hungry?
it's a trap.
Yes.
She hands the bowl forward, and it appears to be a delicious-looking potato and carrot stew. Looks like there
Appears to be.
possibly some chunks of venison in as well.
I'm going to take a bite.
It is quite good, and remarkably, a lot better than breakfast.
This is really good.
Thank you. And as you all enter in, are your friends hungry too?
No, I'm not. Thank you, though. We're actually,
Is
you
she the Meadow?
I am the Maiden of the Meadow. Yes.
You are who we've come to talk to.
And I have been waiting for you for some time. I foresaw your arrival. Food?
Well, you already know if we're gonna take it or not, don't you?
Why are you being weird?
Why did I pour it then?
Oh my gods.
Do you want me? Is there a place I can sit? Do you mind?
Yeah, you see that there's a table, kitchen table.
Do you mind?
It's
if I
got
sit?
little tree stump seats that you can sit down on.
I'm going to sit.
I've allowed you all to enter my home. I have the utmost hospitality for all of you, and I know you have come here to ask me of something. I'm assuming that the bubble has finally popped in Raven's Grin.
Oh, which bubble would that be?
The facade that the town has been for several decades. Lady Savant, your mother. I'm assuming either she's dead or captive?
Captive, unfortunately.
And I'm assuming that the thing they've been worshipping is no longer around.
The dreamer?
The black thing? I have it in. I'm gonna pull out the flask. I have some of it in here. I didn't know. I figured it'd be. I don't know.
Could be an interesting reagent for something. However, I have no need for it.
You know, I'm assuming it's still around in some way, shape, or form because there's still plenty of villagers that are
It's
still
the
sleeping.
after effect of it.
Right.
You see, when one has been around its embrace for too long, the sharp separation can cause individuals to fall into a eternal coma, never to wake up again. They will slowly starve to death in their sleep. However, I could wake them up.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what you are all here for, right?
Well, one of the things. He has something on his own accord, so. But yes, that is the main reason.
The tools, however, that Smallvross wants.
Yep, that's the one.
Yes. How do you know of these?
She moves over towards Smallvross. She puts her hand out and she grabs your chin. Thumb slowly moves over the stubble of your beard. I have been waiting for you, cursed flame, for a long time.
Cursed what now?
What would you like me to do? Would you like me to bring all the villagers that are asleep back awake?
You know, it depends on the cost. Because I know, I'm from Raven's Grin, and I've heard of you, so I know how you work, which, respect.
I will tell you this. This is unlike me, but I need Raven's Grin, and having the entire town die in their sleep does not benefit me. I do not want them to perish. I will do this. But I do ask one thing in request.
And what will that be?
There is currently a warband on the way to Raven's Grin. It will be here in 5 days.
Oh? What's the warband?
The centaurs.
You are already aware, I believe. The remedy that I will be making for the villagers will not wake them up until 6 days. So I ask you to make sure that there's still a village there.
6 days.
We are just so few, though.
I'm sure you all can come up with an idea. Now, for small girls.
Yes, the tools I seek.
Before we continue this, I need to ask your companions here, is that acceptable? Would you all like me to make this remedy?
Well, let's talk for a moment. The 6 days thing. So, does it have to technically be us that's there to protect them, or maybe say we round up some people or hire some people to take care of it, and then we can be on our way?
I
Walk
will
around?
ask you this. Who all in the village is capable of fighting?
Well, you don't know until you try, right? Give them a chance.
As you all begin to think, you realize that the people that you did see there definitely are not the fighter types, besides for Daramir and maybe 2 or 3 more other men and women. The rest of them are no shape to fight. With a severe lack of numbers, it's guaranteed that without your help, there will most likely be a mass slaughter.
A lot of people have untapped potential. We just gotta believe in them.
The fate of your town rests on you, Jezebel.
I wouldn't call it my town, but
Oh, but
if
it
that's,
is.
if it's not my town. But if that's stipulation, then we can do that for you. Get that done.
Perfect. Now, the 3 of you, if you'd please leave, I have business to conduct with Smallfrost.
Alright.
I had something that I wanted to ask too. I don't know.
You
if
are
can-
harder to read.
In what way?
You do not think the same way most men do. As you stare at the maiden, she appears to be a rather pale, freckled, red-headed woman. Very young, probably early 20s. She wearing almost a modest rag of a dress. She seems to be almost dirty. Her hands covered in grime, soot, mushed herbs, barefoot, walking around in this soil, grass-lawed floor. You would imagine this woman to be a pauper. She speaks with such conviction and elegance. You fear that there is possibly more to her.
I don't really know what you can do, but if you can bring the people back, the only reason why I'm back in this state alive as long as I have right now is because I was trying to get back to my father. Can you? I'll give anything to be able to talk to him. I don't know if you can do that or not. And this is the first shot I've had since I've been back.
Like to speak with your father.
I found out he was dead, and I don't.
Unfortunately, I would love to help you. That is actually one of my expertise. However, I would need a piece of him.
He gave me a dagger. I don't know. I've kept
A piece of his body.
Well, I mean, his blood is your blood now, right?
Doesn't work the same way.
Okay. I thought it was. Okay. I'm gonna get up and leave.
I wish I could help you, but I think that you will find what you're looking for on your own time.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's leave him to it then.
You all can feel free to return home. Small Ross will return when he needs to.
Are we gonna be alright, big guy?
It's alright. You have nothing to fear. I have Tempest on my side.
You heard him. Tempest has us handled. Let's go.
I will see you when I shall return.
And we leave.
Alright. And as you all leave and make your way back through the woods, do you return to the meadow where you can get your horses? Okay. You all begin to venture back towards town. Meanwhile, within the Toadstool home, you, Small Ross, would like the tools, correct?
Yes, that is my current mission.
Very well, I only ask one thing of you, and it's quite simple.
Alright.
I would like you to bring me a child.
A child.
Yes,
What child?
child of my own.
Do you wish to mate with me?
In layman's terms, yes. You will give me a child. I will create a tonic that will ensure the conception. You do not need to be present for this child to be born. I just require your contribution. And then the tools are yours.
I agree on one stipulation. I want 1 year.
You want what?
1 year
1 year for what?
before we create this child.
No. You do not get a year. The choice is yours right now. You give me a child, and you get your tools. Or you don't, and you leave with nothing.
Fine then. I will give you your child.
She pulls into her pack, and she reveals a tonic. Drink this.
Dare I ask what it is?
It is something that will ensure that I conceive.
All things I do are through the guidance of Tempest.
That you do, cursed flame.
And he's brought me to this point.
After that happens, she leads you over towards her bedroom, and we fade to black.
Yeah, we do.
Meanwhile, back with the rest of the party.
Are we still traveling?
Yeah.
The small Ross is getting a sign.
So, did anyone else hear what she called him? Are we going to talk about that at all?
Cursed flame. Yeah, I heard it.
So, you're the bard here? Have you heard of that before?
Have I heard of that before?
No, you have not.
I've not heard of that before. It's news to me.
Interesting.
What do you think it means, though? Speculation.
I haven't the faintest idea.
Do you
Couldn't
think-
tell you.
Do you think he is cursed, or do you think he is cursed to be a curse?
I don't know, but I find it interesting. We all seem to have our own things going on here, Fauna. What is your thing?
What's
Inevitably
my
gonna happen.
thing?
I feel like you're gonna have something happen too. Do you have like a weird family? In my case, were you trapped in another plane?
I've already
for most of
fucking
your life?
told you I am Giantkin.
I don't think you're being serious.
I was being serious.
Alright.
Not a lot of people know that. I need you to keep it on the down low.
You're saying it really loudly.
Well, we're in the fucking woods.
You never know who's around bandits, mate.
Who's gonna hear us?
You never know. Anyone could have just heard you say that. Now everyone knows.
I'll take a quick look around. Nothing but woods, right?
It's nothing but woods.
Well, there's no fucking people around here
That's you can see.
that I can see.
Alright, so you're giant kin.
I'm giant.
You're sticking with that. Is that... Why do you think that? Exactly.
I was told from a young age
By...
my grandfather and my father.
Were they halflings as well?
They're also giant kin.
How does that work?
It's like, listen, it's like a lineage is watered down.
What does that even mean?
It means like we are giant kin, but like
Oh, so you're probably like 1% giant.
you probably don't know a lot about giants. Let me educate you. All right. So, giants were in their prime. They were fucking huge, right?
That's a great start.
As time went
never knew that.
on, though, as time went on, they started getting like
Listen,
every
that's
new
giant.
generation, they were getting smaller and smaller.
Oh, alright. So if that's the case, why are there still giants around?
There's not as many as there used to be.
Wouldn't they have all gotten smaller?
No, there's some that are like almost immortal.
That's nothing to do with height.
No, like the oldest ones are like the tallest ones.
Alright, so you're giant kin.
I'm giant kin.
So, do you have plans for that at all? You're just gonna keep living your life out as a halfling?
I don't know yet. What I do know is there is something I've been looking for, and I was hoping to find it, back in. I don't remember this first time we were.
Gutterport.
Gutterport. There was a book I was looking for that apparently has a secret prophecy in it, and that's what I was looking for. I was trying to realize, look for something, a sign, any kind of sign. What I'm supposed to do.
Why didn't you ask the witch?
I find my own destiny. I don't need anybody else fucking giving it to me.
It will come at a cost too. God knows what Smallross is doing right now. He could be losing a limb.
He might be.
Selling his soul.
He might be losing his axe. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the ability to use an axe.
So I feel like most of us here have lost something that we're looking for.
No, haven't lost anything.
We're looking for something.
Right, oh yeah. I can agree with that.
Should be called the lookers, not the strangers.
Strangely lookers. Strangely looking.
Love that. Write that down.
I still think we should be called the fucking Five Finger Death Punch.
That sounds like a terrible bard band.
Can I get cave lightning, please?
So, as you all spend the next few hours discussing and talking and kind of opening up to each other, what's surprising, 'cause it's the first time you guys have really started doing this. Lavender, being classic Lavender, remaining quiet.
No, Lavender is not happy right now.
You finally make your way back to town. What would you all like to do?
Do we just wait for Smallross?
Oh, I don't know. We might be waiting for a while.
She said he would return to us when he's done.
Alright, so we should probably let Darmia know that we have the problem resolved. And at no cost, might we add.
Sort of. We have to defend the fucking town.
Well, alright. Let's
We have
let's take it one step
How
at
are
a
we
time
going to
here.
do that?
Alright, let's take it one step at a time here. First, we need to let Darmia
There is
know.
just five
Hey!
of us.
Volna. Shut the fuck up, Volna.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry,
agree with
Captain
her.
Lady Jezebel
I
of
agree with-
Raven
I agree with her.
Grins.
Thanks.
Like yelling.
Alright, lower your voice. Lavender doesn't like it when people yell, alright? It will make him stressed out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I stressed you out. There's only fucking five of us and we're gonna fight a whole war band. You should be stressed out.
I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
stressed
you
out.
don't really have a stomach for fighting. I forgot.
Who? Him?
You're not. You're
Yeah.
not. You're not the fighting type.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Then why are you freaking out right now?
I'm not. Alright.
He only
I will not fucking turn away from a fight, but there is
All right. All right.
He only,
5 of us
he only
versus
attacks
a
people
war
who are
band.
defenseless.
Do you remember? You must not remember. We went against a small fucking group of centaurs. I got kicked in the mouth.
Not hard enough.
Are you kidding me? It hurt so bad. It was like the worst fucking pain I've ever had. It was right in my mouth. I'm
That's mine, Falkland. That's fucking mine.
Like at the perfect fucking height for
Oh,
them.
all right. You know what? I just realized when we open you up, you just don't shut the fuck up. So I need to take a moment.
You're right. I'll compose myself.
Great, beautiful. It's very
Aren't there
it's very
supposed to be
unbard-like of
composers?
you to just lose your composure like that.
So what are we doing?
All right, we're gonna go tell Darmia that half of the issue is resolved. We're gonna start with the good news, and then we're gonna give the bad news. The good news is everyone's gonna wake up. No cost to them. Bad news.
They could
We
die
had to
before
fight a
they-
war. We're probably, we're going to be real. We're not gonna tell them this part. Everyone that woke up is probably just gonna die anyway. But at least they have a few days to live. Live it up. Let's party.
But what about the people that are still asleep?
They're gonna wake up.
When
Oh,
is
on
this-
the on the 6th day. Do you not remember what she said?
Oh
Hold
yeah,
on,
or 6
hold on.
days. Alright, we're gonna party until they wake up.
Oh, but we might be dead when they wake up.
When
They might be dead when they
does
wake
a
up.
war band come? Do we know
She said
that?
5 days. It takes 6 days for them to wake up.
Oh fuck. That is just poor timing. We could have had like the
Well, don't
we
we-
they could have woke up and we were like, here, get ready for war. We would have had a small town army.
You know, would it be unethical for us to like come up with a scenario where we use the comatose bodies? All right, stay with me
Why
here.
don't we?
Stay with me. Is there like a guard, like a wall around the city?
Yeah, the city does have a fortified wall.
All right, stay with me. on this.
It's a short wooden wall, but yeah, it's
We prop their bodies at the top, give them torches and stuff, and make it look like there's people. They'll all die, but it'll be a good distraction.
You're right. Morally, that's not right.
All right.
Why
What's the
don't,
thought?
why don't we just hide the people who can't sleep somewhere? Can't we just move them?
We have to find. It's an idea. We have to find a good location for it, though. Something we talk to Dami about. See what he thinks.
I mean,
God, it was 6 days. I wanted to be gone by like tomorrow or something tonight. I want to leave now.
How long does it take to get to where you want to go?
From where we're at, how long would it take?
to get to the Marauder Strand. It's gonna take you probably about 2 weeks.
Weeks.
2 weeks? Yeah, we can't do that.
2 10 days is what they would call it.
2 10 days.
That's 20 days.
Yeah, remember weeks are 10 days. They're not 7.
Alright.
That's like a fucking month.
complaining a lot today.
Let's find Darmir.
Please.
Let's find Sir Paladin.
And we go find Darmir.
Okay. You guys find him. He is currently at the barracks. He is exiting the building. As he comes out, he seems to have his hands over his face. Kind of does a large sigh to himself as he seems to be holding a piece of paper in his hand.
Everything alright? Darmir, we're back. We had some good news, but it looks like you might have some bad news.
Good, bad, maybe both. I don't know. Fentis Merryway, he responded quite quickly too, which is good. Apparently he's amassing a force and is going to be sending troops here to help against the warband.
Oh, that's great. It's great news, Darmir.
What did you all find out?
Well, so she agreed to help, and at no cost, because basically she would lose all her clientele if everyone was dead.
Okay, that makes sense. Self-preservation is definitely her thing.
The bad news is it's going to take 6 days, alright, for them to wake up. And, the whole war bands,
Yeah.
timings,
That's
not
gonna be
adding
it.
up well.
So we need to protect the town.
I thought that we maybe take the people that you said they're still asleep and put them somewhere else, safe.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think rounding up everyone that is asleep, we need to put them somewhere, a building that can't be burnt. Centaurs are known to use fire in their raids. Most likely the buildings in the outer portion of the city are going to go up in flames. And also, centaurs are renowned archers. We're going to make sure that we have a solid defense, and Ventus's men should give us a good backbone to fight on. We need to spend the next few days prepping the town for a raid. Where is Smallbros?
He stayed behind. He had his own thing he was trying to do. He had his own business there. So she wanted to be with him alone, I guess.
I went to go speak with, Kaz is his name?
Cass.
Apparently he's, too busy to be bothered with. Barry shooed me off the ship and said something about, he can't hear the finger snaps. I don't know what he was talking about.
Oh, alright. He's indulging in something, okay. He's been stressed. He deserves it.
Well, let's get to it then. Darmir turns and starts gathering what men and villagers he has and starts telling them, "Alright everyone, listen up. This incoming raid is coming at the worst possible time. Not only do we have citizens that cannot help themselves, but we're going to have essentially a wide open town for them to attack. If we want Ravensgrin to stand, we must band together, put our resources together, and fortify the exterior walls, make it impossible for them to breach. And if they do breach, we need to make it damn hard for them to get inside. We need to start by clearing out the local woods. We need to make sure we create enough pikes and wooden barricades that the horses, centaurs can't get through. That's the first goal. Alright everyone, let's get to it." And he starts directing people as things go into full-scale production. Is there anything that the three of you would like to do then?
I can help clear out the woods.
Alright? So three of you just want to start helping?
Sounds about right.
Ah,
As deputy, I probably should.
I can direct.
Okay. Jez will lazily help. And meanwhile, Smallbros,
Yes.
you open your eyes to the sound of birds chirping. Cool breeze runs over your bare chest as you feel yourself lying on the back for a nice hay-padded bed. Your eyes awaken as you move the fur blanket off your body and sit up.
Yes.
Your clothes lying off to the side. You see that there appears to be pack. It's got a armorer's tool belt filled with these black ore-like artisan tools.
I'm assuming these are the same
Looks similar to the material that broke your axe.
Well, we shall see if the price was worth what we received. I will put them with my other things in my bag Then is she not here?
You don't see her in this room. You remember that after the two of you had intercourse, you passed out, and which is unusual because you weren't tired. It was almost like a magical sleep.
In that sleep, do I feel well rested?
You do lose another point of exhaustion.
Excelsior.
Not just say that.
I will gather my things, and is there other doors out? Or,
You're in the bedroom, so yeah, you can
yeah,
leave.
I would leave.
There's only 3 basically rooms in this entire structure.
I mean, I will look through the other rooms to see if I notice.
You notice that the front door is open as you enter into the main den.
I will go out the front door.
As you leave the front door, you see her standing in the front. She seems to be walking over the toadstools and looks like she's sprinkling some sort of powder over them. You watch as the powder bounces off the clumps of fungus. They seem to grow and mutate and form into large, almost tortoise shell-like sun caps. She looks over towards you, and you notice immediately that something's wrong, or something's not normal, because she already appears to be many months in.
What do you have planned for this child?
The child is very special. And you, cursed flame, you will get to know him very well. Take your tools and go. We will not meet again.
I'll pick up my things. We shall see. I'll start making my way out. Back to Horsemeat. I'm hoping Horsemeat is still there.
As you make your way back to the woods and meadows, Horsemeat stayed there all night.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, and I will start making my way back to town.
And as Smallbross spends the next few hours, you all worked through the day, getting ready for this incoming invasion. You went to sleep with no signs of Smallbross. The next morning, as the sun rose, a few hours into your work and toil preparing for this, you guys see in the northern portion of the woods, the tree line, Smallbross returning on Horsemeat. And that is where we end tonight's episode.
Wow.
So, thank you guys all for coming out tonight, and yeah, had a lot of fun. Hopefully next week we'll have the entire cast and party here with us. But yeah, good luck. You guys have a war band to deal with coming your way.
And are we still at level only 7?
Yes, you are currently only at level 7.
We have 6 days.
You got 6
We have
days.
6 days. We'll see what happens.
Technically,
5?
technically 4 days. The war band's gonna be there in 5
Oh
days.
shit! Yeah, the
And
waking
you
of
just
6.
lost 1 day.
Oh,
Alright, we'll go
yeah,
4
it's a
days.
different-
So you guys got
That's
4
different.
days.
4 days to get my levels.
Yep. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to take us out there, Jaded.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think we have any other announcements. Other than we'll be back tomorrow for
Vampire.
Chicago by Night.
Yeah.
So hope to see you guys there. And again, yeah. Remember, best time to tell stories is whenever it's near dark.
Did you hear that?